Hi, it's Monday, March 1st, 2010, and I'm James Alexander. Okay, it's been about a year since I've produced the last That's My Opinion, and sorry for that, but 2009 was pretty busy, actually. So, hopefully in 2010 I'll be able to produce one of these a week, and one of the things we're going to be tackling this year is all the stuff about green, carbon credits, how to protect the environment and be a better citizen by having a small, ever so tiny carbon footprint. Bullshit! It's all a lie, and I'm going to show you why it's a lie this year. And one of the things we're going to tackle right now on this episode is the commercials that we've seen on TV of the kids that are going into some other kid's room, and on the wall is a wall wart. And it charges up somebody's, phone or their iPod or whatever, and the kid goes, "Oh, you shouldn't have that plugged in. You're wasting power." Yet, bullshit. Nothing is plugged into that device, okay? The wall wart that's in the wall doesn't have anything plugged into its cord at the other end. Therefore, it can't draw current in order to charge the other thing because there's nothing there to charge. So, if it hasn't got anything on it, this thing plugged into the wall cannot draw current. Maybe tiny amount that's going to be pulled from it. And I'm going to guarantee you, and I'm going to prove you, it's going to be very small. Versus what it is when you plug something into it. And I'm not just going to plug in some loser iPod or anything. We're going to be plugging in a laptop, something that's going to pull some power. And we're going to show you what it pulls as far as amperage from the wall when it's plugged in and when it's not plugged in. Then you're going to learn that you don't have to run around unplugging your toasters and unplugging your dishwashers and unplugging everything else that's in your house just because somebody told you that it wastes power. It's all bullshit. Alright? And we're going to cover it right now. Alright, first thing I want to say is do not try this at home unless you know something about electronics, okay? Because we're talking about some current that could substantially hurt you. It's only 120 volts, but you do have some current behind it, and it could shock you. So don't do this unless you know what you're doing. Now, I don't have the most technical setup here. We're just setting up my dining room table, but right here is my current meter. All right, and I'm not going to stand in the way of the light here, but if you can see that, right now we're in the amp setting. We're in AC current. And if you look down below, we're right there. Red lead is in the amp, and the black lead is in the common, okay? Now if we follow the whole circuit down, we look over here, there's the power cord that's going to get plugged into the wall. It runs over to there. Like I said, it's not the safest situation in the world, but it's good for a test. One lead comes over into the cord that runs up and comes over to my laptop power supply. The other one attaches to the meter leads that comes up over to here off of the two leads coming from the cord to read the current. Then right now we don't have the laptop plugged into the laptop, the power, and we don't have this plugged into the wall, so let's do that. Alright, now if you noticed when we looked at the meter the last time that it was reading 00.00, which means it wasn't drawing any current whatsoever, and that's in amps. Alright, now it's drawing 00.01 amps, okay? Now, that's like nothing, okay? It is so freaking minuscule. You couldn't add this up to make it equal anything that's going to make a difference in your power bill. I guarantee it. And just to show you that we're really plugged in here, there we are. We're plugged into the wall. Now we're going to go and plug in the laptop, and we'll do that right now. I'll back out here, and we'll plug into the laptop. And the laptop's got a two-phase, okay? First phase is to come up to about 0.25. Then it comes up and powers all the way to 0.46. Now that's about half an amp, okay? Just a little under half an amp of current in order for that wall wart or that power supply to power the laptop and charge the battery. Okay, and we can see that we definitely need a little bit of a charge on the battery. You can see it's about halfway down, I made sure I ran it right out before we even tried this, okay? So that we are definitely drawing current. That's 1/2 amp on a laptop, okay? And it's plugged in. So it's barely pulling any current, not that much, and it's not going to make that big of a difference to your power bill. But the whole point is that when you unplug this, and we'll do it again, your current drops right down to 0.01 amps. Not enough to make a difference. You're not going to save a whale or a seal or any other bullshit. So leave your stuff plugged in. Okay, so like I said, as the year goes on, we're going to show you different devices in your home, what uses power and current, okay, and what doesn't use power, whether it's plugged in or not plugged in. Now, some things obviously do. You're going to leave your computer on, it's going to pull power. If I left my laptop on all day long, it's going to pull power, okay, and you will see a little bit of a difference in your power bill. Bigger items like lighting, TVs, things of that nature, you leave them on, you're going to of course use power, but plugging them in and leaving them plugged in doesn't make a hill of beans difference, and we're going to prove it this year, so stick around for that. For right now though, I'm James Alexander, and that's my opinion.